Hey everybody, this is Jorik. Welcome back to Portugal and Beyond. I hope you're doing well. This video is for those of you that are going to be traveling here this spring, starting here in March, internationally and specifically to Europe. Most of my subscribers are UK, US, Canada, so I wanted to give you some of the updates that are happening on the fly as some European countries are starting to change up what they're doing when it comes to COVID entry and restrictions, passenger locator forms, you name it. So I'm going to probably make maybe weekly videos for, let's say, the next 6 to 8 weeks that'll give you updates on certain countries as they keep easing or changing rules. So as you can tell from the thumbnail, we're going to talk about 5 or 6 countries today. First things first, Greece. Greece is going to be, as of March 15th, no longer requiring a passenger locator form. So the video I did a month or two ago on Greece's passenger locator form, skip it, don't look at it. So starting March 15th, no more passenger locator form needs to be completed to enter Greece. So that's good news. Ireland. So Ireland, as of March 6th, so as of a few days ago, has scrapped all COVID-19 testing requirements to get into the country. So, and all restrictions. So that's something that they're one of the first countries to kind of just open up, so to speak. So that was as of March 6th. So people may already be able to get into Ireland without having to do all of the hoops and jumps of testing and passenger locator forms, etc. That's Ireland. 3, Austria. Now, Austria has had an interesting run because I think they were the first country in the world to require compulsory or mandatory vaccinations for all its citizens. But when it comes to COVID restrictions, they also, earlier this week, it was March 5th, as I'm looking at the date here, lifted all COVID restrictions except for masks on public transportation and certain essential shops. They didn't describe what essential shops are, so I'm assuming those to be like grocery stores, markets, things where you need food and essential items for your house, okay? So Austria, if you're looking to go there, things are certainly opening up for travel. Next, there's Iceland. So Iceland has lifted all restrictions. Regardless of your vaccine status, you're able to go to Iceland. So as I understand that, whether you're vaccinated or unvaccinated, regardless of what your feelings are on that, you can go to Iceland. So that's something that it's a beautiful country. If many of you have been waiting a couple of years to get there, well, now you can go and you don't have to worry about whether you need to be vaccinated or whether you're unvaccinated. Iceland's now an option, so that's good news. Italy. Now, I'm going to do an updated video at some point on Italy because they're saying as of March 31st, they're no longer going to be in a state of emergency for COVID-19. So the assumption is April 1st, they're going to ease restrictions and make things easier as far as to get into the country or certain requirements while you're in the country. They didn't go into what that means other than they're going to reduce and get rid of the state of emergency. Once they announce what the new restrictions are or what the new easing of restrictions are, I'll do an updated video with Italy and probably some other countries involved. But as of March 31st, look for some updates on Italy, and hopefully things will be a lot easier and lighter as far as the requirements to get in. And then lastly, Portugal. Because I live here, I wanted to make sure people understood you still need to be vaccinated, boosted, or have a recovery document or have recovered from COVID or test to get into the country. That hasn't changed yet. Some of the mask wearing has lightened up as far as in public. There's still some places, some shops that they want people masks. But for the most part, you still need documentation. You still need a passenger locator form when you're trying to fly into the country. So much of Portugal is starting to get better, but not quite yet. They're, I shouldn't say better, starting to ease up on more of their restrictions. They're looking at maybe the end of March too as a date where they will ease further restrictions, and we'll see what that means as far as travel and entry requirements into the country. So those are updates on Greece, Ireland, Austria, Iceland, Italy, and Portugal. Next week, I'll do an update on either these countries or other countries in Europe that are easing or changing up their restrictions. So that way, as spring break travel is upon us, as well as Easter vacations, things like that, I want to make sure that you have the latest on what's going on, not just in Portugal, but in Europe. So as always, thank you much for taking the time to watch this video. And as always, have yourself a great day. Hey, thanks so much for watching the full video. If you get a chance, and if you're interested in reading some crazy workplace stories, please check out my two books, Magnet of Madness Volume 1 and Volume 2, both available on Amazon in ebook or softcover. If you want to make fun of me, there's plenty of stories where you can do that. If you want to make yourself feel better about the job that you're in, it'll make you feel better too. But crazy stuff that happened over 30 years, you won't believe it until you read it. So thank you so much for watching. And if you get a chance, pick up a copy of one of these on Amazon. Thank you so much.